the culture of academic excellence in page number 13.
Focal TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV. With check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Focal TV. Bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV. The best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Focal.
The first.
Focal TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV. With check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Focal TV. Bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV. The best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Focal.
The passings there. Okay, we are about to start the Bropleh Jallah edition of 13 Inter-Schools Question Competition. Back to you to the Grand Palace of Focal Online TV. Under the team, taking the lead to academic excellence, revamping the culture of academic excellence with the slogan inspiring the future with competence, quality, and service. Oh yes, who's moving? Who's stopping? We now call on Eric Collins to give his final remark before the game can get started. Mr. Solomon, please come in less than 5 minutes. You give his remark. He's representing the people of the District of the Queen and also representing the Liberia National Students Union.
Yes, quickly again, we would like to appreciate the Bropleh Jallah Foundation, Team Anne, and Focal TV Online for this laudable initiative. Like I initiated earlier, that this is geared towards reawakening the spirit of academics amongst our students of today. Back then, academic competition was a net-edge battle, but the reality remains that our students of these days, they are now reading. And I'm encouraging you to be a good quizzer. To be the best mathematician, you must solve all of the mathematics in the algebra book 2. To be a good language arts student, you must memorize the glossary. You must be able to know the African Writer series. You must know all of the Western books. If you want to be a historian, you have to read extensively. And if you want to be a scientist, of course, you have to read extensively. So you have to read, and the more you read, the more you become on top of information. So today, we want to witness excellent display of academic performances by our institutions that have been invited here today for these activities. And we trust that you're going to do your best. And all we want you to do is to ensure that you can conduct yourself decently and orderly so that we can have a successful game here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Eric Collins, the representative of the Liberia National Student Union, representative aspirant of the electoral district of 15, Mosrado County. At this juncture, I thank the mark war to the chief moderator for the match.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the game. The category is category social studies. Category is category social studies. Just a reminder, Noah's Ark If you boost a question, if you are boosting your question, please stick your hand on the booster. Taking off the booster will let the bear organizer to give the benefit of the doubt to the other team. So let your hand be sticking the booster as the audience will watch the live coming on also. Social study question is question number 1, and the question reads: a group of team of us
can be referred as what?
can be referred to as what?
Archipelago.
Archipelago is correct for 10 points. Question is question number 2, social studies. In Hinduism, Noah's Ark.
In Hinduism, the rebirth of a soul or until I reach a stage of perfect understanding can be referred as what?
And let me start your answer.
Reincarnation.
Come again.
Reincarnation.
10 points to reincarnation. 10 points. Question is question number 3, category social studies. An asset that a borrower pledged to a lender as a security for a loan is called what? Yes. Labrador Duja.
Rent.
Rent. You are wrong. An asset for 10 points. Noah's asked your question. An asset that a borrower pledged to a lender as a security for a loan is called what?
Yes. I'm aware of.
You are aware of
Liability.
Liability is wrong. The answer is collateral. Question is question number last, category social studies. Who was the first native Liberian? Complete my question, Noah's Ark.
Who was the first native Liberian to serve as vice president of Liberia?
To serve as vice president of Manus 5. Who was the first native Liberian to serve as secretary of state from 1956 to 1960 in Liberia? Arthur Barkley is wrong. The answer is Momolu Dukle. That's how we end category social study. We move to the next category.
Next category language art. Question number 1. A technique of plunging in the middle of a story. Up the question. Replacement question read. Which African replacement question read. Which writer is associated with a non-African poetry, The Good Moral? Yeah. You are wrong. Which writer is associated with a non-African poetry, The Good Moral? You are wrong. The answer is John Donne. Question number 2. A noun that take a singular pronoun to Noah's Ark. Complete the question.
A noun that take a single pronoun. Yes, a noun that take a single pronoun in order to replace it.
Manufa to Noah's Ark. A noun that take a singular pronoun to refer to a group of things is called what?
Collective noun.
Collective noun is correct for 10 points. 10 points to Tuja. Question number 3. What linguistic thing is applied to the young of a monkey? What linguistic thing is applied to the young of a monkey? La period teacher, what will be your answer?
Peku.
What?
Peku.
People mean wrong. What linguistic thing is applied to the young of a monkey?
People.
Wrong. The answer is Paul or J. Question number last. Identify this figure of speech. In African culture, prayer is very well respected. La period teacher, what will be your answer?
Yeah, take paradox.
Paradox. Paradox may be wrong. Identify the figure of speech. In African culture, prayer is very much respected.
Yes. A word. Nothing else but oxymoron.
Oxymoron, you are wrong. The answer is sanitochi. That's how we claim our language are. We move to the next category.
Yes, time out. The next category is category mathematics. Mathematics. Some people wonder why will be mathematics at this time. It is not customary that math be the last category ever. Mathematics question is question number 1. And the question reads, find
A property of the mental and non-mental is referred as what?
-5. The property of a mental that is able to be hammered or rolled into a sheep is called what? The answer is malleability. Question number last category, general science. The percentage of open spaces into a rock or sediment is called what? Noah's Ark. What will be your answer?
Yeah, for point, let my answer be volcano.
Volcano, you are wrong. The percentage of open spaces into rock or sediment is called what? Lapira Tuja. What will be your answer?
Seashore.
Wrong. The answer is porosity. That does it for general science. Move to the next category.
The next category and the final category for half one is category left star. But before reaching category left star, we have Labrador Duja accelerating with 50. Noah's Ark is also accelerating with 20. The margin there is 30 in favor of Labrador Duja. The category is category left star. Question is question number 1, and the question reads: what other word is equivalent to a goal in a basketball game?
Basketball. 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 Or basket. Basketball.
Modify.
Basketball. Or basket.
10 points. 10 points. Question is question number 2, the last question for category left star. And the question reads: which football team or which club team in Europe has its playing pitch to be called the Wet Hart Lane?
Take Aston Villa.
Okay, according to Foca Online TV, from one of the cameras, saw somebody calling the answer from outside. Audience, please do not interfere into this match. Let the children perform what they have learned and what they know, please. So the question will be unrooted and it will be replaced for both teams. The question will be unrooted and will be replaced for both teams.
Thank you very much. Audience, we beg of you, please. Question is question number 2, category left star. Tonight, we will be witnessing the final of the UEFA Europa Champions League. Complete my question.
If so, what is the name of the two teams that is meant to play the final?
And what may be your answer?
Yes, take Real Madrid.
You are wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, for points, take Frankfurt and AS Roma.
You are wrong. Eintracht Frankfurt and Rangers FC.
Audience, please stay away from this game. If you want to play right after this match, we have veteran team here. It's good that we have veteran Eric Pallop. We have veteran Gisberry. We have veteran Rasmus Putin years and Golden Award winner, most valuable person Christopher Farah. All set. Please do not to lie to our players, please. Just help us. You already want us to be transparent. So you also have to help us in the process by not showing answers. Even if you know the answer, just wait for the question to be read. by the moderator before even signaling your answer in the crowd. Who's moving? Who's driving? With a serious competitive match in first half between Labua Ducha versus Noah's Ark. Ducha 30, Labua Ducha 50, Noah's Ark 30, Imagine 20. Let's see who will take the day. Ducha needs a game to stand a better chance of qualification. Why Noah's Ark also won this game to obtain 6 points. But let's see who's moving. Both these swap coaches, you have 30 seconds to talk to your players. And this is the Bropleh Jallah District number 13 inter-school spacing competition. Back to you through the Pancadasi of Focus online TV Liberia. Under the team, taking the lead to academic excellence, revamping the culture of academic excellence with the slogan inspiring the future with competence, quality, and service. DJ, cut the beat.
Focal TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV. With check and balance, we bring it as it unfolds. Focal TV. Bringing you face-to-face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV. The best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting.
Come back to the second half of the Bropleh Jallah District number 13 inter-schools pacing competition between Labua Duja versus Noah's Ark. We are on the campus of the Japas Empire, the United Islamic School of Liberia. Tomorrow we'll be on the campus of Labua Duja. Lomadia International School System, rather. Tomorrow we'll be on the campus of Lomadia. Labua Duja was there, and your changes. Constant. Noah's Ark. Speak to the map. Constant. Duja. Constant. The board of judges will be constant. Move strictly to second half. Test the boosters. 1, Duja. 2, 3, 4. Noah's Ark. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Question number 1, category language art. The question reads, which famous African writer is associated with the writer series No East? Complete the question like brought to Jan. No longer East. -5. Which famous African writer is associated with the African writer series No Easy Walk to Freedom? Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela is correct for 10 points. Question number 2. An inspiration or a tool. What will be your answer? Epitaph is correct for 10 points. Question number 3. In English, there are 4 basic principal parts of a verb. Labua Duja. You name them.
Take the present tense, the past tense, the past participle, and the future tense.
$10 points to Labua Duja. 10 points. What else one? Yes, Mr. Body, we have a form that we travel too much from here.
Yes.
Yes, man, definitely because my Okay, from what we observe here, the question has some grammatical errors from here. And due to the consultation of the chief moderator, the question will be thrown out and will be replaced for both things. Question number 3. A war. Question number 3. A word or group of words that limit the meaning of another word. A word or group of words that limit the meaning of another word.
A word or group of words that limit the meaning of another word is for what? What will be your answer that brought the job?
Yeah, take a positive.
Answer is modifier. Question number last. Question number last. Question number last category language art. If helping friend and friend are help in the formation of another friend, what is the anonym? What is the anonym of helping friend? What will be your answer? Auxiliary friend is correct for 10 points. That's how we end language art. Move to the next category.
The next category is category social studies. Social studies question is question number 1. Imagine. Question is question number 2. Category social studies. In 1960, Ariri, in 1860, Nigeria impounded two.
By the name of Joe Meyer Harris. Yes, so what is that two votes?
Your completion lacks substance, so we award you -5. In 1860, Liberia impounded 2 vessels from John Mayer Harris for conducting illegal trade on the Ghanaian territory. How were these vessels called? Come again?
The EBD and the 4B.
10 points to it. 10 points. Yes.
Yes, Mr. Moderator, no one years going on Liberia, so there's no one, there's only from my house and associated email the copy in my completion was correct. People are saying, he did say the Liberia government put out 2 vessels. You know, so John one vessel.
Okay, what are the incident involved?
Because, yeah, Mr. Moderator, the incident does not matter.
Why you say incident does not matter? Why you tell me the incident does not matter? If the incident does not matter, you don't go to mention in history book. Thank you very much. Yeah, but the incident is very essential to the completion of the question. It's very essential. Question is question number 3, social studies. Anything of monetary value. Complete my question. Can be referred to as -5. Anything of monetary value that an individual owns is referred to as what? Yes. Asset. Question is question number last, social studies. A theory which states that the earth is your answer. Geocentric theory is correct for 10 points. That's how we category social studies.
Move to the next category, general science. That's your pure laboratory. You was asked. Question number 1. The number of grain of dissolved salt of a ocean water is called. What will be your answer? Certification. You are wrong. The number of grain of dissolved salt of an ocean water is called what? So you are wrong. The answer is salinity. Question number 2. In physics, how do we call any motion of a body where a weight is the only force acting upon it? What will be your answer, laboratory? Time. Transfer question go to Noah's Ark. In physics, how do you call any motion of a body where a weight is the only force acting upon it? What will be your answer, Noah's Ark? The answer is free fall. Question number 3. A two-layer structure formed in snow. Complete the question. What will be your answer? Bractula is correct for 10 points. 10 points to Noah's Ark. Question number last. Balance this chemical reaction. 2 capital C small a O plus 2 S O substrate 2 plus O substrate 2. Liberia Tuja High School. What will be your answer? Okay, the question will be advocated. It is not a chemical reaction.
Rather, there is an additional reaction, so it will be replaced.
So the moderators are picking one question to replace.
Question number last. How do you call the SI unit of capacity?
How do you call the SI unit for capacity?
What will be your answer?
Yeah, take Farah.
Farah is very much precise for 10 points. 10 points to Farah. That does it for general science. Move to the next category.
The next category is category mathematics. And this is the category that distinguishes girls from women, boys from men. Question is question number 1. Mathematics. When two parallel lines is intersected by two transversal lines, how many angles are formed? And what would be your answer? And they use 6 angle. 6 angle is wrong. When two parallel lines is intersected by two transversal lines, how many angles? How many angles are formed? Yes. Yeah, I will take 9 angles. 16 would have been better. 16. 1 that 8, 1 that 8. 8 plus 8 are 16. You want to test your mathematical skill? Come.
Yeah. Mr. Molly, wait on.
Yeah.
First day, you have corresponding angle. Secondly, you have the 6 and 0.
I'm not talking about the description of the angle. Okay? Question is question number 2. Mathematics. Mathematics question is question number 2, and the question reads: the sum of two numbers is 38. One number is 20 more than the other. Find the number. La Bropleh Jallah.
Yeah.
Time has elapsed with you. The sum of two numbers is 38. One number is 20 more than the other. Find the numbers. Yes.
For quiz, that man is for jazz, nothing else for jazz. 80 and 20.
So you guessing. You guessing. The answer are 9 and 29. 9 and 29. Question is question number 3, category mathematics. And the question reads: the area of a rectangle is 56 meters square. If the length of this rectangle is 14 meters, complete my question. La Bropleh Jallah. Find it with -5. Spoken for. The area of a rectangle is 56 meters square. The length of this rectangle is 14 meters. Find its perimeter.
Yes. For quiz, that man is for jazz, nothing else for jazz. For jazz, 300. That man is for nothing else for jazz. 300.
300 is wrong. The answer is just 36 meters. 36 meters. Question is question number last, category mathematics. And the question reads: simplify sine of 30 degrees plus cos of 60 degrees. Yes. Tam, Tam, yes. 90 degree. You are wrong. The answer is just 1. 1. That's how we end category mathematics. And the next category is category left star. Before we category left star, we have the scoreboard at Labra Duja is accelerating with 50. Noah's Ark is also accelerating with 19. The margin there is 40 in favor of Noah's Ark. Left star question is question number 1. Which element on the periodic table was named after a country in South America? Germanium is wrong. Germany is not in South America. Which element on the periodic table was named after a country in South America? Tam has laughed, and the answer is Argentium. Named after Argentina. Question is question number last category, left star. And the question reads: Which football team in Europe has a nickname to be called the Gunners? Sam, which football team in Europe has a nickname to be called the Gunners? Arsenal. 10 points to Arsenal.
Have your seat. Scorekeeper gave -5 to Noah's Ark. You are not victorious until you are announced by the board of judges. With the score, Labra Duja 50, Noah's Ark 95. The margin of 45 in favor of Noah's Ark. I have the honor to announce Noah's Ark as the victor of today's match. Ladies and gentlemen, please clap for Noah's Ark. We have Jenisa School and Joel, please go at the back of procession.
Focal TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV. With check and balance, we bring it as it unfolds. Focal TV. Bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV. The best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Focal.
Yeah. High school. Coach is Steve Wallace Dolo, followed by Maurice Webb, Eric W. Tui, Theophil Apple Jr., Achivia, and on the sub, you have Josephine Freeman. I also have the honor to call the Jenny's High School. Moses G. Davis Jr., Joseph Mobad, and Abibu Kane. This is the Andy Bropleh Jallah District number 13 inter-schools quizzing competition. Brought to you through the courtesy of Focus Online TV. Under the team, taking the lead to academic excellence, revamping the culture of academic excellence with the slogan, inspiring the future with competence, quality, and service. At this juncture, we called on Mr. Eric Palapolis to shake and welcome the players for quizzing. Shake their hands and welcome them for quizzing. Veteran Eric Palapolis is a veteran and former captain of Bropleh Jallah High School, 2008-2009, the President Cup of President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Thank you very much. Joel, lead the freshman shake. Take your seat for quizzing and tell us who you brought today for quizzing. Welcome to the second game of today between the Joel Preparatory School versus Janice High School. With no time to waste, we ask Joel to tell us who you brought today in studio to represent your institution.
Before I introduce the ball of the Joel High School, I would like to recognize the presence of my coach, T. Wale Doron Jr. For today's match, I brought me 3 British scholars and we better introduce themselves. Yeah, for today's match, it better refers to me as a double solve with depth and raised to the power plus and raised to the power plus parenthesis the OBS O subscript 4 inclusive subscript 2 capital H2O capital K and most commonly written alone. My name is Tony Eric Tony, but for today, my remain constant.
Successful at you are doing what was the man from the ending though.
Now, Papa participating, your father participating, but for this man, I remain the participating.
Thank you very much. Audience, please give Joel a very big round of applause. Thank the Congress Boss of Introduction to Janice High School to the captain.
Before introducing the boss of the Janice Elementary Junior and Senior High School, I would like to recognize the presence of the Almighty. Introducing the boss of the Junior Elementary Junior and Senior High School, I brought with me 2 parents of the boss.
They will introduce themselves.
I am the successful Abibu B. Colonel Junior Aruni Constant.
I am Joseph Benedict Wabba Jr. Over today's match referred to me as specific apparatus.
Serving as the captain and Moses G. Perez Jr. for the general audience, you call me benefit.
Audience, give Janice a big hand of applause. In the second encounter also, Janice need a compulsory win to stand a chance of qualification. And Joel need win also to take 6 points. But let's see if and only if Janice win today's match against Joel. That means Janice will be standing 3 points, Joel will be standing 3 points, and Duja will be standing 3 points. Joel will have to go to Noah. If and only if Joel wins, they will be standing 6 points. If they lost, they will be standing 2 points. And Labura Duja will be going against Janice, and Janice will be standing 3 points
if they wins. If Labula Tuja wins, Jennings, it means the three teams will be standing 3 points. Definitely, we'll calculate the points, the accumulated points, the score, and the points against, and leaving with the points standing. Meaning that if I won against 50 points, 50 to 40, and then they subtract the 40 from my score, I will be standing with 10 points. Definitely, the point standing will automatically qualify schools. But let's see the result from this batch.
Thank you very much. We now call 2 persons from the audience, male and a female, to come do our selection of our costume. That person are neither from Jenny nor from Joel Preparatory. 2 persons from the audience. Can do our question selection, please. 2 persons from the audience. Gentlemen, 2 persons from the audience, please. 2 persons from the audience, please, can do our question selection. Thank you very much. Welcome back to studio. If you are just joining us, this is the Bropleh Jallah Inter-High School Quizzing Competition, District 13. And their moderators are Christopher Farah and that of Veteran Rasputin Mowo. Yes. Move to the category, the video of the question will start with category.
Category language art. Both fingers said. Question number 1. The imitation of a serial artistic work for amusement or instruction in literature is for what? Joel Preparatory, what will be your answer?
I gave you Itolu.
Itolu, you are wrong. The imitation of a serial artistic work for amusement or instruction in literature is for what? Jenny asked you, what will be your answer? Tom, the answer is parody. Question number 2. The most famous allegory in English literature is the Pilgrim's Progress. Who wrote the book, The Pilgrim's Progress? I repeat, the most famous allegory in English literature is the book, The Pilgrim's Progress. Who wrote the book, The Pilgrim's Progress? Joel Preparatory, what will be your answer?
I gave you Sir Geoffrey Chaucer.
Geoffrey Chaucer, you are wrong. Jenny asked you. What will be your answer? John Bouillon is the answer. Question number 3. Identify the antecedent used in a sentence. She is the person who wrote the letter. Jenny's High School. What will be your answer?
Yes, Percy.
Percy is correct for 10 points. 10 points to Jenny's Elementary High School. Question number last. Spell correctly the word enthusiasm. Complete the question.
Yes, enthusiastic.
What will be your answer?
I hear you E-N. I hear you E-N.
10 points. 10 points to Joel preparatory. That's how we end category language art. Move to the next category.
The next category is category social studies. Question is question number 1, and the question reads: what is the capital city of the country called Argentina?
Yeah, man, it's a bit Buenos Aires.
10 points to Buenos Aires. Question is question number 2, social studies. What was the motto of the Russian Revolution in history?
Peace, bread, and love.
You are wrong. What was the motto of the Russian Revolution in history? Yeah. And the answer is land, peace, and bread. Question is question number 3, social studies. When President William
V.S. Tubman became president of Liberia, there were 4 independent African countries. Yes, so
you need them.
South Africa, Liberia, Ethiopia.
10 points. 10 points for that. Question is question number last, social studies. A certificate of ownership in a cooperation is called what? A certificate of ownership in a cooperation. Yes.
Take document.
Document is wrong. A certificate of ownership in a cooperation is called what?
Yeah, but it's a receipt.
Receipt, you are wrong. Also, the answer is stop. That's how we end category social studies. We move to the next category.
Next category is category general science in the school. Joel preparatory 20, Jenny High School 20, Margie is at equal level. Category general science. In biology, what name is applied to a great system resembling a checkerboard board used in competing possible results of several genetic cross? Joel preparatory,
Punnett square.
Punnett square. 10 points to the Punnett square. Question number 2. What name in chemistry is given to a force or attraction between molecules? Joel preparatory.
Element of the cohesion.
Cohesion, you are wrong. What name in chemistry is given to a force or attraction between molecules? Are you sure you are wrong? The answer is van der Waals force. Question number 3. Identify this law. With inserting limit string is directly. What will be your answer? 10 points to the host law. 10 points to Jenny. Question number last. A fragment that results from the breaking of rock is called what? Joel preparatory, what will be your answer? Yeah. Lychee, you are wrong. A fragment that results from the breaking of rock is called what? James asked me. First, you are wrong. The answer is sediment. After for general science, move to the next category.
Next category is category mathematics. Mathematicians get set. Question is question number 1. Find the slope of this equation. Minus 5 minus 2y minus 3x equals 0. Find the slope of this equation. Minus 5 minus 2y minus 3x equals 0. Yes. Joel preparatory. Yes. Minus 3 over 2. 10 points. 10 points. Question is question number 2, category mathematics. And the question reads, simplify, parenthesis open, 3x to the 5th power, y to the 2nd power, z, it closes all raised to the 3rd power. Joel preparatory. And you are wrong. You are wrong. Simplify. Parenthesis open. 3x to the 5th power. Y to the 2nd power. Z. It closes all raised to the 3rd power. Time. Time for the thing. The answer is 27x raised to the 15, y raised to the 6, z raised to the 3rd power. Question is question number 3, mathematics, and the question is, find the midpoint of the line segment joining this point. Point 1, minus 8, 3 in parentheses. Point 2, 5, minus 7 in parentheses. Yeah. Joel. Minus 3, 2 and closest is wrong. Find the midpoint of the line segment joining this point. Point 1, negative 8, 3 in parentheses. Point 2, 5, minus 7 in parentheses.
Yeah.
And you are wrong. You are almost precise. You are almost precise. Okay. With consultation with the judges, say modify answer.
Yeah.
And that is beautifully correct for 10 points. That is beautifully correct for 10 points. Question is question number last. Mathematics. The perimeter of the square is 44 centimeters. Find the area of the square. Yes, go ahead. Always make yourself 12 degrees. 11 centimeters square is wrong. The perimeter of the square is 44 centimeters. Find the area of the square. Yeah. It is wrong. You have 11, just 11 times 11. 121 centimeters square. Area is equal to S square. That's how we category mathematics for first half. The next category for the first half is category less star. For category less star, we have the score goal at equilibrium. That is, dual preparatory is accelerated with 40 meters per second, and taking hash is also accelerated with 40 meters per second. The change in velocity is 0. Mathematics. Question is question number. This is left side. Sorry, left side. Question is question number 1. The question reads: which framework that frame is different or which famous Liberian newspaper was featured by D. King on the song Benefiting.
Yeah, man, let's go.
Ten points. 10 points to Officer 19. 10 points. Question is question number 2. Let's start. What building does the main character friend at the end of the 1933 film called King Kong? Yes.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be up.
Up.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be up.
So we will add the back to 12 we will not recognize. What building does the main character claim at the end of the 1933 film called King Kong? Is wrong. The answer is the Empire State Building. That will end category. Let's start. In the first half, as the coaches will swap, the coaches can talk to your team.
A serious competitive match between Jenny's High School and Joel, with the margin of 5 in favor of Joel. Coaches, talk to your teams.
And this is the Bropleh Jallah National Competitive School Social Competition. Come to you through the conference of Program Online TV. Sponsored by the Bropleh Jallah Foundation in Andy, powered by Program Online TV. This is game number 2, and tomorrow we will be on the campus of Bropleh International School System along the 2,000 road, where first practice will be going against the United Islamic School of Liberia in game 1 p.m. and Wisdom of God will be going against the host Liberia Tuta Party. In that zone, United Islamic School has 3 points and Roman also has 3 points. This practice and Wisdom of God has 0 points.
Welcome back to consideration of the game. We ask 12 people to enter any substitution. Constant. Jenny, any substitution? Thank you very much. Move to the category. That is category 1, 2. One, 2.
Question number 1. There's a picture to help people around there. Chinese. Question number 1. Category language app. Question reads, in English grammar, there are 3 kinds of rules.
He preserved the name, the root in them.
He carried the moon, the subtract the moon, and
I can't do that.
in English grammar, there are 3 kinds of moon. And so people start and need them.
Yeah, let's talk the subjunctive, the imperative, the subjective.
You are wrong. The indicated mood, imperative mood, and the subjunctive mood. Question number 2. A hardest style for Japanese journal. Complete the question to what people are doing.
Used to present a minimum is power.
What? Manasa. The hardest style for Japanese drama that originated in the Middle Age is for what?
Yeah, take the voodoo.
You are wrong. How does the law play or the law drama? Question number 3. Which seven African writer is known as the author of the book The Black Woman? I repeat, which seven African writer is known as the author of the book The Black Woman? Go there to the book team.
Yeah, I'm not going to Shakespeare.
Well, not Shakespeare, that great African writer. You are wrong. Which seven African writer is known as the author of the book The Black Woman? You are wrong. Leopas Dasingo. Last question reads: in phonics, how do we call two letters which are joined together to make one sound? I repeat. In phonics, how do you call two letters which are joined together to make one sound? Joel, people are ready to it. What will be your answer? Diagram. Diagram is correct for 10 points. That was a language art. Move to the next category.
Next category is social studies. Question is question number 1, and the question reads: a large brick temple built by the people of ancient Mesopotamia, or referred to as what? Yes.
Yeah, it's like a papyrus.
Papyrus is wrong. A large brick temple built by the people of ancient Mesopotamia is called what? You are wrong. The answer is Zacharias. The temple of God, or mountain of the God. Question is question number 2. A list of unspecified ones and which in order of their relative importance is called what? Economically speaking, it is called what? I read the list of unspecified ones and which in order of their relative importance is called what? Take opportunity cost. Opportunity cost. Because I forgot. You are wrong. The list, yes.
Yes. The skill of preference.
Skill of preference. Skill of preference. 10 points. Question is question number 3. Social study. In geography, what mean is given to a sheet of slowly moving ice that form part of the earth? Yeah, Joel.
Yeah, it's a bit later.
Tracius is correct for 10 points. Question is question number last. Social study. Who served as the last president of the first
republic? Of the West of Labrador.
What did he answer?
Yeah, it's a bit way out of June.
William British Double Premium. 10 points. Now, category social study.
Most category general science. Question number one, tell the result change. So what people are doing. Question number one. The bursting of the cell caused by the pressure within your cell or when the cell is placed in hypotonic solution is for what? Yes. Alcohol. Sarcolysis. I will take 10 points to sarcolysis. Question number two. Two or more compounds having a same molecular formula or different. For different molecules, this one. Answer. Two or more compounds having a same molecular formula but different structure is for what? Yeah, I will go ahead to the junior number. No, I think I so more. Question number three. The emission of an electron from the heater. So a heater electron, this one. What will be the answer? Yes. I go. What will be the emission? The emission of an electron from a heater meter is for what? Emma to continue the LCD effect. Question for last. What mean is given to an instrument used to detect and record an earthquake? So what preparatory, what will be answer? Emma to the seismograph. Now the 10 points to seismograph. That's how in general. The next category mathematics. Mathematics question is question number one. And the question reads, what is the name of the mathematician? What is the name of the mathematician who introduced the extant? Are we reading? What is the name of the mathematician who introduced the plus sign? Who introduced the plus sign and minus sign? What is the name of the mathematician who introduced the plus sign and minus sign? And what will be the answer? Rabbi Before. Rabbi Before is correct for 10 points. Question is question number two, category mathematics. And the question reads, find the distance between the points. The points are parentheses open, minus 5, comma 2 encloses. I will read. Find the distance between these points. The point is parentheses open, minus 5, comma 2 encloses. Yes, Joy. Do you get it? You are wrong. Find the distance between these points. The point is parentheses minus 5, comma 2 encloses. Negative is wrong. Answer is 7. Question is question number 3, category mathematics. John can do a work in John can do a job in 6 hours. Paul can do the same work or the same job in 3 hours. Working together, how long will it take both of them? Yes.
Yes. I go for 9 hours.
9 hours is wrong. John can do the job in 6 hours. Paul can do the same job in 3 hours. Working together, how long will it take them? Yes, Joy. I go for 2 hours. 10 plus to 2 hours. Question is also the last category, mathematics. And the question reads, how many permutations
Can we form on the letter in the word Sunday? Complete question. Time manufacture. How many people will take on the form on the letter in the word Sunday? Taking tea at a time.
Yes.
Wrong answer is 120. 120 any category mathematics. Move to the last and final category is category left side. Left side. Before we category left side, we have the joint preparatory accelerator activity. Daily mass response to accelerator is 65, the mass is 20. Let's start question is question number 1 and the question release. What name is given to 2 goals scored by a single player in question? Minus 5. What name is given to 2 goals scored by a single player in football match? And you are wrong. This is also power game. You are out of power answer. Please. Question is question about 2. Left side. Question is question about 2. Left side. A type of food eaten made in Liberia that is made out of gari.
That is made of gari, beef, water, and pork. You prepare this for what?
It's for what?
Carry your God.
Carry your God. 10 points to carry your God. 10 points to carry your God. Carry your God be the last question answer. The score is at 8 to 75. The margin is 5 in favor of joint territory.
With the power vested in us as the board of judges, we declare Nigeria as the victor of today's match. Tomorrow, we have Grace Baptist versus United Islamic School of Liberia and Wisdom of God versus Lomadia on the campus of Lomadia International School System.
I admire you. Ten now, we are here. The next one, we compare for the man. Don't you have to do compare person? I also never remember the description. Yeah, you know what I say? The next one,
Focal TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Focal.